KNC Keys continues to expand their Switch offerings. Now sitting alongside classics like Broken In MX Blacks and J-Wicks, very unique red jackets and their green jacket siblings are the SP Star Ube Crinkle cookies. Obviously inspired by the difficult to obtain Spud, these boast a nice color but pretty typical looking spec list, with a few differences that might switch things up a bit. But how much do these really differ from other linear offerings? Ube Crinkle cookies are linears with a 65-gram long spring. They have a polycarbonate top, polycarbonate nylon blend bottom, and palm stem. These are long pole, 13.45mm to be specific. They are 5-pin and factory lubed. Finally, Ubes are 65 cents a piece, placing them in the premium Switch category. Additionally, we do have a nice little unboxing experience with these. They come in a little cookie box with a sticker on top. They sound slightly deeper than Sora's, which makes sense because Sora's are very high pitched. They also seem quite a bit louder. Compared to SOTCs, they're also lower pitched, but I think while SOTCs have more sharp plasticky noise, Ubes have just a little more rattly housing noise and could benefit from foams. They do seem to be on the same volume level though. It is notable that Ubes have a softer and poppier top out sound compared to SOTCs topping out. This is part of what makes SOTCs so high pitched, and I think the difference on the Ubes makes them sound much more mellow and rounded out. This means a more even sound across the whole board, and also a bit more difficulty discerning individual key presses. As for smoothness, these are actually pretty smooth right out of the box. Not exactly lubed SOTC or stock CJ level, but it comes dangerously close. For actual consistency, there were around 8 out of my 100 that had mushy bottom mounts. And somehow these were actually consistent with each other, almost as if I had 2 different batches of switches mixed together. Not a huge deal, but I would recommend cherry picking these out to make the batch more even. They're a tiny bit heavy for my liking. This, combined with the slightly shorter travel, makes the bottom out feel less snappy and substantial than SOTCs. But that's just me being nitpicky, and overall, besides the spring weight and smoothness, they feel almost identical. I really didn't expect the materials to differ that much from the standard polycarb top, nylon bottom, and palm stem we see so often now, and unfortunately I was right. Not really anything special here. Reflective of the sound, Ubes have average to low stem wobble tolerance. If I had to choose the biggest issue I have with the switches, this is it. If these switches felt and sounded a lot more consolidated, I think they would pack a lot more punch for their price. Admittedly, I haven't tried a lot of SP Star switches, but compared to the competition out there, I think the whole long pole scene is starting to feel and sound really similar. Most of my thoughts are super minuscule differences. It would be nice if we could see innovation in the linear space like we did with the SOTCs, experimenting with the LY stem material, which turned out to be both smooth and loud stock, hence making them a great baseline for all my linear comparisons. At least a price drop would be nice, since a lot of decent options tend to hover around 65 cents now. While these are objectively a good switch, there's not a whole lot of reason to get it over other, sometimes cooler options in the same price point. Even staying on KNC Keys, I would recommend trying green jacket linears, which have more interesting specs and characteristics. But in the end, especially if you like this neat purple color, Ube Crinkle cookies are not a choice I would disagree with.